Fire when ready.
It seemed like every time you guys would try to pull away, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot a little bit with turnovers. Can you kind of just take us through how that all occurred?
Well, I think that, early in the game and even, late, I just thought we had some miscues, offensively, which led to some transition. Of their 25 in the first half, 16 were off transition or second chance points. And that was a big focus of what we talked about at halftime, is just, not giving them some offense, just making the simple play. We got a little bit more movement against the zone, which I thought helped us. And, guys just stepped up and made some easy but aggressive plays against the zone and just took what the zone gave us rather than trying to force the action.
Jim, were you concerned that there might have been some letdown and not just getting revamped up after the way things ended just 2 nights ago?
No question. And I had a number of coaches call me that had talked about, when you have an emotional end of the game, last shot, victory like that, it usually leads to a letdown. So we talked about it at shoot-around today. We talked about it before the game, just being mature enough at this point in the season to put that behind us and understand that this was a very good basketball team. And I had anticipated they were going to try and grind it out. They wanted to slow down the pace. We anticipated a lot of zone, and so it was going to be a grinded-out type game. But we needed to mentally be ready to go and not still hanging on, Monday's highlight. And I thought everybody from the get-go put that aside and just got after it.
Taylor, from the player's standpoint, can you kind of summarize what Coach said as far as coming off that big high just 2 nights ago and how you guys prepared for this game?
Well, it was a big shot, and we just had to bounce back. We couldn't just expect, since we hit a big shot, just to keep going up there. We just had to come ready, focus, and just know the players, and just play out, play hard, play defense, just get the ball moving out there.
Doty, as a co-captain, your role is carrying that out to the team after the coach has talked about what he wants in terms of that maintained energy.
Well, I just think that we just got to come out and play like we did tonight. And I think we're all leaders. I'm not just me as a co-captain leader. Sammy, everybody out there is a leader in a certain way, in every different way. So if we just come to play, we'll be fine.
And I'd just like to add on Doty, on his behalf. He the last probably 4 weeks, he has shown an unbelievable amount of courage playing injured and much less than 100%, and really sacrificed his offense, knowing that we just needed him to be on the floor, give us a defensive presence, and and it's nice, the last 2 games, and it's not a coincidence that all of a sudden he started feeling better over the weekend, got some extra shots up in the last 2 games. He's scoring the ball like he did the whole season. But I think it was a tremendous commitment that he gave to his team rather than just bow out and not play. And he sacrificed some individual accolades to help the team, and that is greatly appreciated by his teammates and the coaching staff, and it's nice to have him back at 100%. He still smiled the whole way through, but now he's smiling and making shots.
Jim, it's not necessarily, we've talked about the tournament you guys wanted to be in, but there's a championship to be won. That kind of in the same position you were last year. Talk about now the attitude this week, getting ready for a championship game.
Well, one of the things we talked about as a staff leading into this was, Ken had mentioned in talking to the College Insider people that we were the #1 seed, and I wanted to put that pressure on these guys and see how they reacted. I told them, you've been picked as the #1 seed. You have a chance, if you do right by yourselves, to have all home games. And I wanted to see how they responded as being the favorite. And we talked about, and there is a championship attached to this. And the reason we're playing and getting into it, the reason they forego, or what's the word I'm looking for? Bypass. Nice, Bobby. That's RSID in action. Bypass their spring break to stay here was to win this thing. And I think it showed a lot of maturity for this team to handle a lot of those things that we put on them just to see how they would react.
Taylor, it seems like you've been seeing a little bit more of an increased role in this tournament tonight, first half of bench. So talk about what a tournament like this does for whether it be confidence or.
Well, it's just extra games for me, just to get all the wrinkles and kinks out, out my game and everything. Coming in, Theron had some troubles out there. I think he was going through some back problems out there the first couple minutes. Just coming there, just do my role. Coach told me early in the season, when I go up there, look at the score, make sure that we either increase our lead or stay the same. So that's what I try to focus on, just focus on defense and just getting out to the balls.
Darren's back's okay.
Yeah, I think it was tight for whatever reason to start the game, and I think as the game went on, it loosened up for him. That and the fact I think he picked up a couple quick fouls too.
Anything else?
All right, thank you. Nice job, TD.
Coach, your zone seemed to have flummoxed much of the game. Do you usually play that much zone, and what did you see in Bradley that made you think you needed to do that?
Well, we've played more zone this year than I have in the past, and there's a few games we've played almost the whole game zone, but lately we've been playing more man than zone. I think Bradley does a good job penetrating out of their man. I think they have small four-man that would cause us trouble penetrating. We thought we'd be more 50-50. We went to our man, and they really didn't do much against our man except they got a lot of fouls. We were getting foul trouble with their man, so that's when we went back to the zone. And then two hit a couple of threes during that one stretch. And I don't think Bradley played particularly well. I'm sure they played better than this. And I know we were just. I'm not saying foot speed or hand problems, but mentally we just were a little not into the. So I don't know. We just weren't there. I mean, they ran a double screen for 5. He took a 3. And out of the timeout, we were shooting a 1-on-1 down 5. I said, if they come back and run that same play, if they don't shoot the 3, they're going to throw it to the wing and they're going to slip the. So we knew exactly what they were doing. And Brian LeDuc and Sam Willard are really smart players and really good fit, and they slip it and they get the dunk, and it's like, that doesn't happen to us. So for whatever reason, it happened tonight. So we needed to make, Chad Troyer's a great shooter. He's been really shooting well. The second half goes 1 for 11. That's just the way basketball is. Anthony Brown has not really been too much foul trouble all year and was in foul trouble tonight. So just what it is. Bradley, they deserved it because they played better than we did, but I don't know if either team played as good as they could have. So.
I know you don't like to make excuses, but your travel getting here and a couple kids being sick, did that play into the performance?
Well, like I say, that's the way it is. I think the frustrating part is when I look up and then Old Dominion's playing tomorrow. I thought they had to play today. If they had a choice, maybe we could have said we'll play Thursday. Because we left at 4:30 in the morning. We got in here at 8:30 last night and didn't practice, but I thought we had a little pep on our step and shoot around, and even in pregame warm up. So I think our intent and our attitude was really good, and freshness was good. It was just we were a little slow, and they're quick too. So we bounced 3 guys, knocked the ball out of bounds late in the game. Us wrestling with each other. So we just didn't rebound the ball like we could. But Bradley did a good job. They're quick, and they did some good things, and they made their free throws too. They were 12 for 13, so give them credit for that.
Did the fact that Bradley was coming off that big game-winning shot alter your game plan at all?
No, although if we were up 2, we're going to deny that shot, 70-foot shot maybe, but I think that hurt them a little too. And because to win like that is so emotional, and it's almost like you lost the game, but now you're getting a reprieve, and that's a lot of emotion in a day and a half to absorb. And so I thought that might be our advantage, that we can come in here, and if we're sharp, we can maybe jump on them a little, thinking that our travel and all this stuff would be, but we just never got going. We got that 1 5-point lead, and they hit a couple 3 right before half. But even down, I thought Chad would get going, hit a couple shots. He had some really good looks, and I thought we'd put a couple balls back in, but it just didn't happen, And And you can say Bradley's quickness, they did bother us, pressuring us, and we knew that. We knew that coming in. But we threw it over the top a couple times, and Sam had, and they blocked it from behind. They made some good plays. They made some good plays. So,
What was your experience like in this tournament?
oh, it was great. It was great. It was good for us because, number one, we got to continue playing. I think our young guys like Terrell Smith and Sam Willard, they really played well. I'm not saying they played so great tonight, but they played really well. I think the more experiences you have in basketball, the better it is. I think when you understand about what you need to work on and also what you can do, just coming to Bradley, playing in a great arena, traveling, how difficult it is to travel and do all that kind of stuff, it always puts, memories in so you can be more prepared in the future. We got to get our team squared away. We've got some good recruits coming in. We got to get some more. We got to get back where, for 2 years in a row, we've lost a game at home, which cost us, against one of the poor teams in the league, it's cost us the league championship, So really our team was one play away from winning the league and one play from going to the NCAAs, lost in overtime. So we're not far away getting back, but we need to kind of climb that mountain. And I want to get to the point where we don't have to make one play to win it. We get good enough where we can win it going away. Does this mean that Bradley needs to return the game to our place, like since we played on their place? On that. I wish them luck in the next one.